Hello everyone, welcome to our session 4 on industrial cybersecurity control. In the previous session of this series, we introduced the fundamental of industrial cybersecurity. We began by examining the real-world cyber incidents such as Stuxnet attack, which demonstrated how malware can manipulate industrial control system and cause physical damage. We also discussed the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack, which showed how cyber incident affecting business network can disrupt critical infrastructure operation. In the last session, we explored industrial network architecture concepts such as zones and conduits, which are used to segment and isolate critical systems. In this session, we move one step deeper into ISA/IEC 62443 framework by examining security level and the security control required to protect industrial environment against different types of attack. To design secure industrial system, organization must first understand the type of threats that they are defending against. The ISA/IEC 62443 framework introduced the concept of security level, which defines the strengths of protection required to defend against attacker with different capability and resources. Security level allows organization to align their security control with sophistication of potential adversaries. So let us start why security control matter in OT. Why do you think that security control matters in our industrial technology environment? What happens if cyber attack manipulates a power plant control system? As we have discussed earlier, the consequence could be include physical damage, environmental disaster, or even safety risk for worker. Industrial system control such as power grid, manufacturing line, transportation system, and the water treatment plants. This system are critical infrastructure. As a cyber attack does not just affect data, it can affect physical process. For example, unauthorized access can lead to production shutdown, equipment damage, and financial loss. So, the reason why security control matter in OT is because it can affect critical infrastructure, it can affect safety, and also it can affect production, so that it requires specialized protection. That is why industrial cybersecurity require a specialized protection. So, in our earlier session, we saw how cyber attack can directly impact physical infrastructure. For example, the Stuxnet attack caused physical damage to centrifuges by manipulating industrial controller. Similarly, the Colonial Pipeline incident forced operator to shut down pipeline operation due to cybersecurity risks. This incident demonstrated why security control are essential in operational technology environment. Industrial system control critical infrastructure such as power generation, water treatment facility, manufacturing plant, and transportation networks. Because of this system interact directly with the physical process, cyber attack can lead not only to financial losses but also to safety hazards and environmental consequences. So that this is the reason why OT system require a unique security approach different from the IT environment. Now let us see about defense in depth strategy. One of the most important security principle in industrial cybersecurity is called defense in depth. Defense in depth means implementing multiple layer of security control. That means implementing a multiple layer of security control. Why we implement multiple layer of security protection? Because if one layer fails, another layer can stop the attackers. Now let's see the layers. We got a physical security, which access control and facility protection. This physical security, which include access control and facility protection, Another is network security, which includes firewalls, segmentation, and access control. We have host endpoint protection and system hardening, application security, secure software, industrial application, monitoring and response, continuous surveillance, and incident response. Actually, this concept is very wide because in physical security, we have a lot of protection mechanisms that are used in IT security, network security. Also, we have various and different kinds of network security tools, host endpoint protection, and system hardening. We got several kinds of tools that used for host security and application security, especially web access, web-based applications. We got a lot of protection for this environment. So this is a wide concept for our OT environment. This layered protection strategy is vital because it reduces the likelihood of successful cyber attack. Since an attacker may bypass physical access control, but still encounter network firewalls and authentication mechanisms. In our previous session, we have discussed how network segmentation using zones and conduits can limit the speed of cyber attacks. Defense in depth expand on this concept by implementing a multiple layer of protection across industrial system. Instead of relying on a single security mechanism, organization deploy several layers including physical security, network protection, host security, application security, and monitoring capabilities. The main reason is that, as I have already said, if attacker managed to bypass one security layer, additional layer help detect and contain the attack before it can impact our critical systems operation. Next is the category of industrial security control. Security control can be divided into three major categories. First is administrative control, second, technical control, third, physical control. Each category protects industrial system from different perspectives. For example, administrative control more generally includes peoples and policies, management policies, procedures, and documentation that govern security practices, which may include security policies and standards, employee training and programs, access controls procedure, incident response planning, while technical include technology enforcement. This technical controls is a technology-based mechanism that enforce security requirement automatically, which includes firewall and network segmentation, intrusion detection system, authentication mechanism, and also encryption protocols. While physical control is facility protection, that means physical barriers and access restriction protecting facilities and equipments. It will include surveillance cameras, access control system, security guards, and control room restriction. All three categories must work together to secure operational technology environment. To implement defense in depth effectively, organization must use three primary categories of security control. Administrative control establishes policy, procedure, and governance structure, while technical control enforces security protection using technology such as firewalls, authentication system, while physical control protects facilities and equipment from unauthorized access. So, together, this control provide comprehensive protection across industrial environment. Now, let us see it sequentially. The first is administrative security control. Many people assume cybersecurity is only about technology, In reality, people and the procedure play a major role in security. For example, security policies define acceptable system usage, security responsibility, and access rules. Employee training ensures staff understand cyber threats. Access procedure define who can interact with critical system, while incident response plan define how organization respond to security events. So in general, our administrative security control includes four major topics that are security policy, employee training, access procedure, and incident response. So to summarize this control ensures that all personnel follow secure operational practice. Administrative control focus on policies and procedures that guide security practice within an organization, while this includes security policies, employee cybersecurity training program, access approval process, and incident response planning. These controls are particularly important because many cyber incidents begin with human error or social engineering attack. For example, phishing campaigns have been used to gain initial access to corporate networks before attacker move toward this operational system. So this is all about administrative security control. Second is technical security controls. Technical controls are the security technologies most people associated with cyber security. For example, firewalls. This firewalls is a network barrier filtering traffic based on security rules, blocking unauthorized access. The next is intrusion detection system or IDS, which include intrusion prevention system or IPS. These are a system monitoring network activity and alerting on suspicious behavior of pattern, especially used in SOC environment or security operations center in governmental, non-governmental, or financial sectors. They have 24/7 intrusion detection system and security operation centers. The next is network segmentation, which means dividing network into isolated zones to limit attack speed and contain threats. The next is authentication, which is multi-factor verification, ensuring only authorized user access critical system. And also encryption, that means scrambling data to protect information from interception during transmission. So to sum up this technology provide automated enforcement of security policies. That means technical control use technology to enforce cybersecurity protection automatically. Since firewall control network traffic and block unauthorized connection, IDS or intrusion detection system monitor network activity for suspicious behavior. Network segmentation isolates system into secure zones, preventing attack from moving freely across the network. Authentication system ensures that only authorized user can access critical system, while encryption protects sensitive data during transmission. So this technical control forms the backbone of industrial cybersecurity architecture. Now let's move to physical security control. In industrial environment, physical security is extremely important. Why? Because attacker may attempt to gain access directly to control rooms, network cabinets, and PLC panel or programmable logic controls panel. For example, surveillance cameras used for continuous video monitoring of critical areas and access points. Access control systems may be role based or other mechanisms. This access control system is electronic lock and badge reader restricting facility entry. The next is security personnel, trained guards monitoring facility and responding to security events. And the final is control room access. restricted entry to operation center with elevated security protocol. So to sum up this, without physical protection, technical cybersecurity measure can be bypassed. Physical security control protect industrial facility from what? From unauthorized access. This includes the things we have already listed here: surveillance cameras, access control system, security personnel, and restricted entry to control rooms. Physical access to industrial control system can allow attacker to install malicious devices, steal credentials, and manipulate system directly. For this reason, cybersecurity and physical security must be integrated within an industrial environment or within our OT environment. Now let us move to ISA IEC 62443 security labels. Our framework introduced the concept of security label. Security label defines how much protection a system requires based on attacker's capability. Now, let us see each and every label. Security level 0, that means no protection is implemented. Security level 1 is protection against casual violation. Security level 2 is protection against intentional violation. Security level 3 is protection against sophisticated attackers. Security level 4 is protection against nation state level threats. That means uh, APT or advanced persistent threats. So, higher security level corresponds to more advanced threat protection like advanced persistent threats. In our previous session, we introduced the concept of security level within our ISA, IEC 62443. So, security level define how well a system is protected against attacker with different level of capability and resources. That means lower security level arrests accidental misuse or basic threats, while higher security level protects against sophisticated attackers such as organized cyber criminal groups or nation state adversaries. For example, attacks such as Triton, we will see it together, demonstrates the level of sophistication associated with high security level threats. We will see Triton together as a real world example at the end of this session. Now, let's move to understanding of the security level requirement. So, how do we determine which security level is required? The answer is security level depend on four key factors. First is attacker capability. Second, resource availability. Third, motivational level. Fourth, system criticality. When we say attacker capability, technical skills and knowledge required to breach system. When we say resource available, budget, tools, and infrastructure attacker can deploy. When we say motivational level, reason driving the attacker to target specific systems. When we say system criticality, impact of failure on safety, environments, and operations. For example, a nuclear power plant requires stronger security than a small manufacturing facility. This is why ISA/IEC 62443 uses a risk-based security model. So to sum up this, to determine the appropriate security level for industrial system, organization must evaluate several factors. This includes the technical capability of potential attackers, the resource available to them, their motivation for targeting system, and the criticality of industrial process being protected. In general, systems that control critical infrastructure or safety system may require higher level of protection, unlike other basic systems. Now let's move to security level threat actor examples. Let us consider a real world example. Imagine this as a power plant network scenario demonstrates escalating attacker sophistication. SL1, or as security level 1, accidental insider. Security level 2, disgruntled employee. Security level 3, organized criminal group. Security level 4, nation state attacker. As attacker capability increase, the security control must also increase. So, accidental attacker may include employee makes an intentional configuration error causing system disruption. This is unintentional. So, this could be considered as unintentional threats. While disgruntled employees, a former worker with credential intentionally tampers with control system. That is intentional threats or intentional insider threats. Third, disorganized attacker. It's a criminal group with resource targets from ransom or competitive advantage. While nationwide state threats or nation state threats, a government-backed actor with unlimited resource targeting critical infrastructure like advanced persistent threat or APTs. So this model helps organization align protection measure with realistic threat scenarios. This slide illustrates how different type of attacker correspond to different security levels. At the lower end of the spectrum, accidental insider may unintentionally misconfigure system, or serious threats include disgruntled employee or malicious insiders. Organized cyber criminal groups may target industrial system for financial gain. At the highest level, nation-state actor may target critical infrastructure for strategic objectives. Now let's move to the foundational security requirements. In our framework, which is SA/IEC 62443, defines 7 foundational security requirements that form the basis for industrial cybersecurity controls. FR means foundational security requirement, or abbreviation for foundational requirement. Foundational security requirement 1, which is identification and authentication. The main purpose of foundational requirement 1 is to verify user and devices and to identify before granting access to a systems. Foundational requirement 2 use controls, that is enforce access rights and permission based on defined policies. It deals with access controls, while foundational security requirement 3 deals with system integrity, protects the system from unauthorized modification and tampering. Foundational requirement 4, or data confidentiality, it prevents unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information. Foundational requirement 5, restricted data flow, controls and filter data movement between networks. Foundational requirement 6, timely response to events, detect, log, and respond to security incident promptly. While foundational requirement 7 is resource availability, ensures critical system remain operational and accessible. So, in more general sense, we got a 7 foundational security requirement: FR1 identification and authentication, FR2 use control, FR3 system integrity, FR4 data confidentiality, FR5 restricted data flow, FR6 timely response to events, FR7 resource availability. This foundational requirement form the core of industrial cybersecurity architecture. In our framework, we have defined these 7 foundational security requirements that guides the implementation of cybersecurity control. So, together, this requirement provide a structured approach protecting industrial system. Now let's move to the security mapping. Mapping security control to a requirements. Security control must implement these requirements or these specific requirements. So understanding this mapping ensures comprehensive protection. So firewall restricted data flow. That means firewall is FR5. Firewall enforces restricted data flow, while authentication system enforces identity verification, which is FR1. While monitoring tools detect security events, so the response to events, so they are matched or mapped to the FR6. While encryption protects confidential data, so it matches or maps with FR4. Access control list enforce user permission, so user control is FR2. Intrusion detection protects system integrity, so it is FR3. So understanding this mapping helps an organization design effective security architecture. This slide shows how specific security control supports these foundational requirements. For example, firewall help enforce restricted data flow between network zones. Authentication systems support identification and access control. Monitoring tools support detection and response to a security incident, while encryption protects data confidentiality. So understanding this relationship helps the organization to implement security control effectively. Our next concept is industrial security monitoring. Yeah, this is the most important concept since continuous monitoring is essential for detecting and responding to threats in operational technology environment. Since in our previous discussion, we have also described that cybersecurity is not one-time process. In industrial environment, continuous monitoring is critical. SIM systems, SIM or security information event management system collects and analyzes security logs, while intrusion detection systems monitor industrial protocols. Anomaly detection tools identify unusual system behavior. So, SIM is a security information and event management platform, aggregates and analyze logs from multiple sources for a centralized visibility. For example, we can use Splunk, Wazoo, and also ArcSight is an example of SIM system which are deployed in security operations center and use in 24/7 approach without any discontinuity. While intrusion detection, specialized IDS sensor monitor industrial protocol and network traffic for malicious activity specific to control systems, which may include IDS or IPS like security onion, checkpoint, and also there are various kinds of intrusion detection systems. The next anomaly detection is a machine learning algorithm establish baseline and identify deviations that may indicate security incident or equipment faults. That is unusual behavior detection mechanisms that uses a machine learning mechanisms. For example, if someone always log into a web-based system or other system using its Google account, but at some point, if he wants us to use his email, it will be considered as anomaly, action, or unusual behavior. So it will alert the user or the manager of the system as anomaly detection. This is a simple. They use a sophisticated machine learning algorithm for anomaly detection. Let's summarize this. Monitoring allows organization for what? For detecting and responding to cybersecurity threats as long as possible. And, and also continuous monitoring is essential for detecting cyber threats in industrial environment. Security information and event management system, which we call SCM, collect and analyze log from environments, while industrial intrusion detection system monitor specialized industrial protocol, anomaly detection tools, identify unusual patterns that may indicate cyber attack or equipment malfunction. So the worst thing is in this scenario, maybe it will alert a false positive scenarios. So this is one of the most difficult or the most challenge in our security monitoring center, false positive alerts. So this will be identified and mitigated accordingly. Now let us move to challenge in OT security environments. Challenge in OT security. Actually, security in industrial environments is not an easy work. They have various challenges. For example, legacy equipment, downtime constraints, vendor dependencies, and operational risk. This legacy equipment often lacks modern security features. Downtime constraints limit patching opportunities. Vendor dependency delay security updates. Operational safety must always be prioritized. So, in general, we have four challenges. First is legacy equipment. As we have already seen, many industrial equipment are used for, for a long period of time, maybe from 50 to 13 years without any updates or patching. So many industrial systems use outdated hardware and software that lack modern security feature and cannot be easily patched. Next is downtime constraints. That means operational continuity requirement limits window for security update. That makes system vulnerable to exploitation. Vendor dependencies. These are system require vendor cooperation for security modification, creating delays in incident response. Operational risk. Security measure must balance protection with safety, as some security control could impact physical process. So to summarize this, cybersecurity control must be implemented carefully to avoid disrupting industrial operations. Industrial cybersecurity also presents several unique challenges. Many industrial systems, as I have already said, rely on legacy equipment that cannot be easily updated or patched. Operational requirements often limit downtime for security update. Organization may depend on equipment vendor for security modifications. Security control must also be implemented carefully to avoid disrupting critical industrial processes. So these are the main challenge in our OT security. So now let us give you an real-time scenario on this chapter, which is a Triton. Before directly diving to the Triton attack explanation, let me ask you some question. What if a cyber attack didn't target the computer running a factory, but instead targeted the safety system designed to prevent explosion? In 2017, security research discovered something alarming. A sophisticated cyber attack had infiltrated a petrochemical plant and deployed a new type of malware known as Triton. This malware was designed to manipulate industrial safety systems. And if the attack had succeeded, it could have allowed dangerous industrial process to continue running without automatic shutdown protection. So, this is why Triton attack is considered one of the most dangerous industrial cyber incidents ever discovered. Now, let us walk you through this incident step by step using the visual diagram I have placed here. This case is extremely important for industrial cybersecurity because it demonstrates how advanced attacker can target not just operational system but the safety system that protects industrial facility. And this is exactly why frameworks such as ISA/IEC 62443 define different security levels to protect critical industrial assets. The first step is initial intrusion into the corporate network. The attack began with compromise of organizational corporate IT network. Just like many other cyber incidents, the attacker likely used a common technique such as phishing email, stolen credential, or infected removable devices. This method allowed the attacker to gain an initial foothold inside the organization internal network. Once inside, the attacker began quietly exploring the environment. They collected information about network system, user account, and possible pathways that could lead to the operational technology environment. This stage highlights an important cybersecurity lesson. Industrial organizations are often compromised through standard IT vulnerabilities, not direct attack on industrial equipment. Now let us move to step two, which is network pivot or lateral movement toward operational technology. After gaining access to the corporate network, the attacker began moving deeper into the organization infrastructure. This process is known as lateral movement. During this stage, attackers attempt to move from one compromised system to another while searching for valuable targets. The attacker eventually discovered a system connected to the industrial control network. Here is a point. Because this system provided a bridge between the corporate IT environment and the operational technology environment used to manage industrial processes. This stage demonstrated why strong network segmentation between IT and OT environment is essential and critical. The next is discovering of the safety instrumental system or targeting SIS or safety instrumental system. Once inside the operational technology environment, the attacker began searching for high value industrial system. The ultimate target was the plant safety instrumental system, commonly known as SIS or SIS. A safety instrument system is designed to protect industrial facility from dangerous condition. For example, if a pressure becomes too high or temperature exceeds safe limit, the safety system automatically shut down equipment to prevent accidents. In this particular facility, the safety system used is electric Triconex safety controller. This controller continuously monitors industrial process and ensures that dangerous conditions are detected immediately. By targeting this system, the attacker were attempting to compromise the final layer of protection in the plant. So the next stage or stage 4 is deployment of threatened malware or manipulation of safety system. After identifying the engineering workstation used to manage the safety system, the attacker deployed the threatened malware. This malware was specifically designed to interact with Triconex safety controller. It allowed attackers to communicate with controller and potentially modify their programming. If successful, this manipulation could allow dangerous industrial process to continue operating without triggering automatic shutdown procedures. In other words, the attacker were attempting to disable the safety system that protects the facility from catastrophic failures. This is what makes the threatened attack extremely alarming. Unlike most cyber attacks that focus on disrupting production, threatened targets the system designed to prevent disaster. So the next stage is system malfunction, stage 5, which is a system dysfunction. Fortunately, the attack did not succeed. During the manipulation of safety controller, unexpected system fault occurred. This fault caused the safety system to shut down. The shutdown triggered alarm and alerted plant engineers that something unusual had happened. When investigators began analyzing the affected system, they discovered the threatened malware. This discovery reveals that the attacker had attempted to manipulate one of the most critical systems inside the facility. So, attackers discovered that threatened malware is found. So, what is the real world implication of this attack? The implications of this attack were extremely serious. If the safety system had been successfully disabled, attacker could potentially allow unsafe industrial condition to occur. This could lead to equipment destruction, chemical leak, or even large-scale industrial explosion. This is why security experts consider the threatened attack one of the most dangerous examples of cyber threat targeting industrial infrastructure. So, this incident demonstrated why industrial systems must be designed to defend against highly capable attackers. The ISA/IEC 62443 framework addresses this challenge by defining security level, which represents a different level of attacker sophistication. In the case of threatened attack, the adversary demonstrated advanced knowledge of industrial systems, specialized malware development, and a deep understanding of safety controls. These characteristics align the high level threat actor, which corresponds to higher security level within our framework. This means that critical industrial systems must implement strong authentication, secure system design, continuous monitoring, and strict control over engineering workstation. So now the question becomes, how can organization design industrial system that remain secure even facing highly sophisticated attackers? To answer that question, we need to understand the concept of security level in our ISA/IEC 62443 and how they guide the protection of critical industrial assets. At this stage, we have covered security level and protection strategies. To reinforce these concepts, let's go through several certification style questions. These are designed to help you test your understanding and also prepare you for the IC32 exam format. As always, I recommend you that you pause the video for a moment when each question appear and try to answer it yourself before we review the explanation together. Let's start with the concept that's absolutely fundamental to industrial cybersecurity. If an attacker managed to bypass one security control, should that mean the system is compromised? Or should there be additional protection in place? Our question deals with these kinds of scenario. So, question number one, which concept in industrial cybersecurity uses multiple layer of protection to reduce the likelihood of successful cyber attack? Option A, risk avoidance. Option B, defense in depth. Option C, network redundancy. Option D, incident escalation. Option E, security auditing. So now take your moment to think about it. The correct answer is option B, which is defense in depth. Defense in depth is one of the most important security strategies used in industrial environment. We have seen this several times. Instead of relying on a single security control, organization must implement multiple protective layers. This layer may include physical security control, network firewall, system authentication mechanisms, access control policies, and security monitoring tools. So this idea is simple. Even if one control fails, another layer continue protecting the system. So the correct option is option B. For example, imagine a power plant control network. If an attacker bypass physical access control and connect to the network, they will still encounter what? Network segmentation, authentication system, and intrusion detection system. So each layer slows down or stops the attacker. So the correct option is defense in depth. In general, defense in depth is significantly reduce the probability of successful cyber attack in industrial environment. Now let's move to the question number 2. This is another important topic. That means when a people think about cybersecurity, they usually think about technology. But cybersecurity is not only about technology, it also involves policy, procedure, and people. So, which of the following is an example of administrative security control? Which of the following is an example of an administrative security control? A. Network firewall. Option B. Intrusion detection system. Option C. Security policy documentation. Option D. Encryption mechanisms. Option E. Network segmentation. Now think about which option represents a management or procedural control. The correct answer is option C, which is security policy documentation. Which is security policy documentation. Administrative control focus on governance policies and procedures that guide how security is implemented. Example include security policies, employee training program, incident response procedures, and access management policies. For example, consider a company that installs advanced cybersecurity technology but provides no security training for employees. An employee may unknowingly share credential, plug an authorized USB device, fall victim to phishing. So, this demonstrated why administrative control are critical. In general, administrative control define how people interact with the system securely. So the correct option is option C, which is security policy documentation. Now let's move to another question, which is question number 3. Now we examine one of the most important concepts in our IEC 62443. This concept is security level. This level help organization determine how strong their security control must be. So our question says, which ISA/IEC 62443 security level protect against organized attacker with significant resource and expertise? With a significant resource and expertise. Option A, system level 0. Option B, system level 1. Option C, system level 2. Option D, system level 3. Option E, system level 4 or SL4. Think about the attacker's capability associated with each level. The correct answer is option D, which is SL3 or system level 3. According to our framework, ISA IEC 62443, we have defined 5 security levels, which are from SL0 to SL4. SL0, no specific protection. SL1, protection against casual violation. SL2, protection against intentional violation. SL3, protection against organized attackers. SL4, protection against highly sophisticated attackers such as nation states. So, SL3 assumes attacker have technical expertise, resource, and coordinated attack capabilities. So, as an example, an organized cybercrime group targeting industrial infrastructure would fall into the SL3 threat category. That means this attacker may attempt to exploit vulnerabilities, perform network reconnaissances, and launch targeted intrusion campaign. So, SL3 is designed to protect system against organized and capable adversaries. So the correct answer is option D, which is SL3. Now let's move to the question number 4. In this question, we will examine one of the most foundational requirements defined in ISA/IEC 62443. This requirement represents the core of security principle used to protect industrial system. So, which foundational requirement focus on ensuring that system cannot be modified with which foundational requirement focus on ensuring that system cannot be modified without authorization? Option A, FR1 or foundational system requirement 1, which is identification and authentication. Option B, FR3, system integrity. Option D, FR4, data confidentiality. Option D, FR5, restricted data flow. Option E, FR7, which is resource availability. Consider which requirement protects system from unauthorized modification. This is simple. The correct answer is option B, which is FR3, system integrity. System integrity ensures software cannot be modified without authorization. Malicious code cannot be inserted. System configuration remain protected. That means security mechanism supporting integrity includes digital signature, secure firmware updates, and integrity monitoring tools. For example, if a malware modifies the logic inside PLC or programmable logic controller, the physical process could be manipulated. This is why protecting system integrity is essential. In general, system integrity ensures that industrial systems operate exactly as intended. Now let's move to the question number 5, which says, which technology is primarily used to detect suspicious activity on industrial network? We have to know that detection is just important as prevention. Even the strongest security control cannot stop every possible attack. So this is why organization implements security monitoring system. So our question says, which technology is primarily used to detect suspicious activity in industrial network? Option A, firewall. Option B, security policy. Option C, intrusion detection system. Option D, access control batch. Option E, physical surveillance. So think about this. Which option detects malicious behavior? The correct answer is C, which is intrusion detection system. Intrusion detection system monitors network traffic, system behavior, and industrial protocol communication. They identify suspicious patterns that may indicate unauthorized access, malware activity, and abnormal commands. So, if a PLC suddenly receives commands that are outside of normal operating pattern, the IDA system may detect this unusual behavior. So, monitoring technology help organization detect attacks early and respond cheaply. Now let's move to the next scenario-based question. Now we will examine a real-world industrial cybersecurity scenario. An energy company operates a power plant control network. The organization identifies a potential threat from organized cyber criminals capable of launching targeted attack with specialized tools and technical expertise. Which ISA/IEC 62443 security level should be considered when designing protecting measures? Option A SL0, option B SL1, option C SL2, option D SL3, option E SL4. SL stands for security level. Now think about the attacker capability described in this scenario. The correct answer is option D, which is SL3. This scenario describes attacker with advanced skill, resources, and coordinated attack capability. This aligns with SL3 threat profile. SL3 system requires stronger security controls such as strong authentication, network segmentation, security monitoring, and strict access control. So this is an easy question. Now let us move to the last scenario question. Now let's finish with another practical example. The question says a manufacturing facility deploys a network firewall between industrial zones to control communication between production system and corporate networks. So, which ISA/IEC 62443 foundational requirement primarily implemented by this control? Option A FR1 identification and authentication. Option B FR2 use control. Option C FR4 data confidentiality. Option D FR5 restricted data flow. Option E FR7 resource availability. The correct answer is option D, which is FR5 restricted data flow. Restricted data flow ensures that communication between network zones are controlled and filtered. This typical implementation will include firewalls, network segmentation, secure gateway, and industrial protocol filtering. Well, excellent work. This question covered some of the most important topics in ISA/IEC 62443 security implementation that are specifically look at the defense in depth, security control strategy, security levels, foundational requirement, and industrial monitoring. This concept forms the foundation of secure industrial control system architecture. Now, let us finalize our today's discussion. Industrial system demand security approach that prioritize availability and safety while protecting against cyber threats. Our second most important topic in our discussion was defense in depth. Defense in depth provides a layered protection across industrial systems, so which makes it essential. Layered security control across multiple zones to create resilient architecture that protects critical operation. Our next topic is ISA/IEC 62443 security levels. That means our framework defines security levels that align security protection with an attacker capability. We got four security level SL0 to SL3, which align protection measure with threat capability and operational requirement. And also we've seen about security level align with attacker capability. Higher security level protect against increasing sophisticated adversary with greater resources and expertise. So, by implementing appropriate administrative, technical, physical control, organization can significantly strengthen the resilience of their industrial infrastructure. Industrial environment requires specialized cybersecurity control like defense in depth, which provides a layer protection, And also our framework defines security level. Security level corresponds to the attacker capability. So this principle forms the foundation of industrial cybersecurity implementation. This is all about today's discussion. In the next session, we will explore how organization performs industrial cybersecurity risk assessment and implement security strategies in real operational environment. So, this is all about today's discussion. Hope I will see you on the next session. Bye bye.